See if it stop, but the things I go through, doctor, the things I go through. To brief, basically what I was just going through was the daily aspect of me sitting up trying to draw, and for whatever reason, whenever I'm drawing, I'm dealing with the most harassment type of feeling, touches all over my body. If you know, I'm not gonna say as far bring up anything that's not scientific, so I'm not gonna bring that up. What's at my mind right now, but upon firmer understanding of what's going on, I will speak about those things. But as I sit up here now, or was just sitting up here, I was being touched all over and over again, and that's what prompted this video to be recorded. So as I start to draw again, and as I speak right now, I'm not feeling anything. Besides, as I just said this, honestly, I'm feeling a small touch right here, right in my ear area, right in here. So what I have to do often is wipe these feelings off, like scratches, just like when you itch. I have to wipe these feelings off. So my chest has been very dark lately as well, but I don't really know whether that's completely due to me rubbing at the chest or due to actual plastic, the trash bag that I've been having to cover myself up with, my torso up with. So just to attempt to not feel these touches, so that I have something attracted or attached to my body already, in attempts to dilute out the touches, minimize the touches. And so yeah, as I'm sitting up here right now, what I'm about to start doing is drawing and showcasing exactly what it is that I go through. It feels like soft feathers. It's very annoying. It's very, very annoying, and it drives me crazy, honestly. And it's not just that. It doesn't have to be just those. There's heat sensations, like I was explaining in the other video, that are sent on the left and right side, like right now. As I'm speaking 100%, 24/7, all of the time. The honest to God truth is, my hands are always going through this. Hands and feet. Always being heated. One hand or the other. It's never both of them. It's always either or, left and right. And this is done in response to what I say. Now, I know that might sound crazy, right? But once I prove that I have spiking temperatures with the thermometers, a simple thermometer, that's called tangible proof. And that's what I've already done. And so those thermometer temperature checks that I've done with my hands, I proved that I have body temperatures at my hands that respond very quick, and very high temperatures they go up to, uncomfortable temperatures at the hand, 97 degrees and up, fever-like temperatures at the hands. So it's just not, it's really not understandable when it's done in response to what I'm saying, and furthermore, in response to my thoughts. So you see, I'm starting back to draw, but I honestly felt something touch me just then. Right up there, and that's why I just wiped. Jeez. And I have to... oh, man. Jeez, never mind. I try to focus because that's what it takes to draw, you know. And I have, of course, that's the whole point. Taking your mind off of it is something that helps with, if it were even a medical disorder, a mental disorder. And it also messes with my heart, so I'm feeling uncomfortable. Since as I try to focus, it does things to mess with me. And so my heart is being messed with as I'm trying to focus. There's always something trying to pull at my focus. And if I'm really doing good, it'll full-blown set me to sleep. And I fall asleep over and over and over again. And it's horrible. As if I have a sleeping disorder. And it'll be done. As soon as I put my pencil to the paper, I end up falling. I doze off. And what is weird about it is, if it were a true sleeping disorder, I would be falling completely asleep. And I wouldn't be able to stay up. Instead, it's like I'm dozing off. Something's making me doze off just enough to lose full concentration while I'm drawing, to be out of it and not, because that's what's going on. Something is attacking my ability to draw, whatever it is. Now here's the pain it puts in my back constantly. Anytime, it's just ridiculous. If it's not one thing, it's another. That's what's crazy about this. I don't know any medical condition that just does a wide in which you go get your brain checked up on, and it causes a wide range and variety of crazy things. Just unnormal things. Because it's in my back rib cage back here. And a lot of times that feeling right there is associated with sleep. That's around the time that it's usually sleeping me, setting me to sleep. I can't breathe in completely at the lower area like I'm supposed to when this happens. So that's why my voice sounds like that. It's every time that I'm drawing. Now I could be walking around and doing anything else and this doesn't happen. At the store, this never happened. At the doctor's, this is, obviously if I was walking around like this at the doctor, feeling like this, and needing to do all of that, they would know. And they'd be like, what's wrong with you? We need to check up that, So, it's never happened anywhere public, but it always happens when I'm drawing. And so what I do as well, I feel the sensation of circulation being taken away on one side over here, as far as my inner, I feel like there is a breath that's inside of the head. If I explain it the best, we have something called chakra energy, chakras, and we have a spirit body, and that spirit body that I have, it breathes just like this one. And I know that a lot of y'all doctors might think that we don't have any proof of a spirit body or anything like that, but I'm a very intelligent young man, and you haven't heard this from anybody else. But I do have a quick way to prove that we have a spirit body just through verbal proof. And that is in realization upon the verbal being spewed. Okay? So that is that y'all in the doctor's field literally have it set up to where you can now move things remotely with the mind. You can now control computers and I forgot what the name of that technology is called, but you can control things with the mind. You can hook somebody's mind up with the Neuralink and everything, and it can control the mind and control the environment, pick up things, manipulate this environment. The only way that you could do this, my point in mentioning, is if you have this connected to that spirit body. Because what is, you're not thinking pick up such and such whenever you pick up something. So when your mind picks up something or types up something on a computer, you're not thinking type in letter A, type in letter B, type in letter C. You don't have to do it like that. That's not what's going on when you look at what Stephen Hawking was doing. Understand? That's me trying to stretch. Jesus. Boy. Now, what I do, what's crazy is, right now, I'm having a moment. It's very important that this be realized to the doctor, because I know that this is a very new type of thing going on as far as being explained, but I just had a realization. The fact is, if I could get a verbal agreement or a witness, because I have a witness, they at least heard, but I don't know if they completely saw out of the corner of their eye even. But the fact is, right now, what I'm dealing with more so is the internal harassment of the pain that's inside that this thing does to my left side of my ribs, lower ribs, right? But before, when I started recording this video, what I was originally going through was a series of touches, like I mentioned, being touched all over my body. And so that stopped completely. And now I'm dealing with a whole completely different type of thing going on. Understand? It went from one medical problem, one so-called medical problem, right, to a whole nother. But how come it's not going on at the same time? How come I wasn't feeling that pain and feeling the touches at the same time? It's always either one or the other. It's not both at the same time. That shows the conscious aspect of something. And so I don't know, Granny, if you know whether that's true or not, you can voice or not, that I was being touched more so beforehand.
Yeah, you was a lot.
just touches. That's all I was asking for. That's it.
Yeah, it seems like you get harassed a lot when you're drawing. You do some when you ain't drawing, but it's more work when you're drawing.
Right. That's pretty much, that's the sum of it.